Welcome to Critical Communication News. Today is Friday, the 12th of December. My name is Leilani Sadaldin, and we're coming to you with Day 2 of the Critical Control Rooms event here in Madrid. Here are today's top stories. We hear from British Transport Police about using social media in critical control rooms. Peter Goulding from Motorola explains the impact of shrinking budgets on emergency response. Chris Dreyfus is the man behind British Transport's increased use of social media. The way people communicate is changing, which means not only changing the channel of communication, but fundamentally changing how police forces communicate with citizens. Using text messages to receive what would have once been 999 voice calls is relatively simple. But other changes are more fundamental. John Oates has the story.
The police want two-way communication with the public based on location to warn of possible incidents rather than just receiving information. They also need to use social media to gather intelligence on incidents they might not even be aware of. This is a big change for how a control room is run. Chris Dreyfus from British Transport Police explained.
We've got to this quite bizarre situation really where people will see an incident and take a photo and tweet about it before they've even called 999 or 112. And that's the information we need to gather up. So we search for very specific things, but there's so much there, it needs to start to be automated, and really we're looking to suppliers to come up with the goods for that.
This, to me, seems like a change of what a control room traditionally does, which is slightly passively accept data. Is it a big change?
I think it is. Actually, I think we're redefining what a control room in an emergency service context is. Traditionally, phone rings, answer the phone, dispatch a unit, and manage the incident in that respect. Now, actually, we're starting to look at things, be more proactive, use technology better in order to handle and deal with an incident. So it does change the nature of control room. That means that actually we need different technology. It means we need people with different sort of skills that are more in tune with the technology we're using so that we can get a better product at the end of it.
One of the major themes of this show has been how budget pressure is increasing the push towards integrated control rooms dealing with more than one emergency service. Peter Goulding from Motorola Solutions outlined the difficulties.
I think it's a real challenge for all governments and all police and other emergency service agencies. How do we deal with the current recession, the current budget constraints? So people are looking to consolidate their services, maybe move to more multi-agency type of control rooms. This can have real benefits, of course, because you can pull people together, have the skills in the right place, upgrade technology that could do more, be better efficiencies. But the key, of course, is to improve the service to the communities. Although it's very challenging, I think there are opportunities to give that improvement to the services of the community. And I think suppliers are also responding, trying to make it more flexible, easier in their contracts and their commercial arrangements to help us all over the hurdles that we're currently facing.
We've seen many countries moving to integrated centres dealing with all emergency services. Whether the UK, with its more fragmented services, goes the same way, will need political pressure and cooperation to make it work.
Governments are focused on giving good services, good public services to the community. Police, fire and ambulance and other critical communication users, they're essential parts. Governments are right behind us. It's us working all together through these challenges, keeping a focus on the end user, which is the member of the public that needs our services.
That's all from us here in Madrid. Thanks for watching, have a great weekend, and we'll be back on Monday with more news.